I want to talk to you about one of the more exciting ideas in macroeconomics these days, which is the idea that the capital income tax should be replaced with a wealth tax. This idea was proposed in a paper titled Use It or Lose It: Efficiency Gains from Wealth Taxation. And this paper basically argues that if you replace the capital income tax with a wealth tax, you would see high gains in wages and most households would benefit from this kind of reform. Now, the idea behind this is basically that when you tax capital income, you're punishing productivity, but when you tax wealth, you're punishing wealthy and unproductive individuals. And when you switch from a capital income tax to a wealth tax, you basically help reallocate more wealth to productive entrepreneurs, which increases wages, employment, and benefits most households. Now, when I was in graduate school, I was reading this paper and I noticed that all the wealth in this paper is lumped into one variable they call capital. Now, we know that capital could be in many different forms, and one of the forms is housing, residential housing, which is about 50% of the US economy actually. And I was thinking that if you moved from a capital income tax to a wealth tax, landlords of residential real estate would pass down this tax to their renters. And these renters many times tend to be lower income individuals, and they would see their rents rising. And then the question becomes whether their rents would rise more rapidly than their incomes when you switch from a capital income tax to a wealth tax. So I wrote a paper about this called The Implications of Housing for the Design of Wealth Taxes, and it's been recently published in the International Economic Review. And what I find is that basically, if you switch from a capital income tax to a wealth tax, the rents that lower income people would have to pay as a result of this switch would outweigh the benefits from their higher wages. And because lower income people have the highest marginal utility from consumption, then by taking away their consumption, some of their consumption, you're punishing them a lot. And the cost to these people would outweigh the benefits to everybody else in the economy, generating overall losses in the economy and actually benefiting only about 40% of individuals. So once you introduce housing into the picture, everything changes. So if you're interested, you can read my paper online. Thanks.